술 많이 먹어?
시간은 흘러 이제 여기까지 Feels better that we're on separate ways Our memories faded Sometimes I think of you 너 없이 뭔가 좀 공허해 날이 무뎌지는 감각에 어느새 집중돼 Lost but found out to be found 광진대교 건너면서 든 생각 없어 맘에 드는 사람 넌 나만이 컸어 그냥 뒀어 외로운 그 맘에 불 붙여 지활과 탄에 붉고 서서히 트가네 자리 밑 주저앉아 순식간에 지나가 시간 그냥 what's up 후회할 순 없어 어지러워 외정 여러 마음들 흩어져 난 돌아가면서 기억이 하나도 그냥 없어져 그래도 남아있을걸 너가 말들 난 안 잊을래 Pretend I'm fine alone, but then that would just make me feel like I don't know. Thinking about the way we just why thinking about the way we
반반이 하나밖에 없어.
연습해서 웃을 타이밍 근데 넌 자꾸 예측을게 하도 알잖아 지금 이 vibe If you feel it too 난 마주칠 때 If you love me just say 같은 맘이라면 그냥 고개 끄덕여도 돼난 계속 웃음 짓게 돼 If you just tell me 너도 나와 같다면 툭 던져봐 오늘 뭐해 그 안에 담긴 내 혼돈은 너로 인해 친구들이 말해 그냥 말 한번 걸어봐 근데 난 그게 잘 안돼 눈 마주치면 피하는 척 근데 날 보고 웃어준다면 세상이 조용해져 거짓말처럼 come down 매일 거울 앞에서 연습해서 웃을 타이밍 근데 넌 자꾸 예측을게 하도 알잖아 지금 이 vibe If you feel it too 난 마주칠 때 If you love me just say 같은 맘이라면 그냥 고개 끄덕여도 돼난 계속 웃음 짓게 돼 If you just tell me 너도 나와 같다면 거르고 다시 check 우리 사이 거리 말만 해봐도 let's go 그 눈빛이 이미 답을 대신해 너도 나와 같잖아 I know I know I know you feel it If you feel it too 난 마주칠 때 If you love me just say 같은 맘이라면 그냥 고개 끄덕
이 고백을 당신께 전해요. 저 물결에 내 마음 묻혀 또 흘려보내요. 아름다운 당신의 모습 그리울 거예요. 추억들을 꼭 껴안고서 오늘을 감사할게요. 사랑해요. Oh my everything 모두 덕분이에요. 눈을 감아 기도하며 흐르던 눈물이 그 마음이 내게 다 사랑을 배워요. 행복했던 당신의 웃음 그리울 거예요. 추억들을
러프가 돼 있어.
Undivided moves in circles, trapped like a wave. Tidal waves upon waves, the horizon in view, but out of reach. I've been saying that something needs to change. I've been saying that someday I'll change. In the corner of the crowded room, your eyes, mine. Conversations fill the air, lost in space and sound. I don't ask for your name, it's already carved in the air. I won't lie a thing, it's already burning when you are near. Taking steps to keep my distance, I don't wanna fall. Am I strong enough? Guide my heart away from it all. I won't call your name, it's already carved in the air. I won't light the flame, it's already burning when you are near. Do we all so slowly lose control as emotions overflow, falling into the unknown? Or do we all lose control as emotions overflow, falling into the unknown. Or do we hold guard our small fragile heart?
faces in the vapor, counting corners till we get to any place but where I'm at. Every exit's getting louder. I'd assure you that it's nothing, but you never saw it coming, none of it. But then, how could you now? A part of me wants you to see, a part of me hopes that you won't look in the mirror to find me, window crying in the car home. I left you a tear on my cheek, but won't let it stay for too long. I don't wanna ruin the moment, so it's gone before you ever know it. Gone before you ever know. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. Gone before you ever know. Trying to think of something clever, or just any word, but there's a lot of it inside a head. If I knew how, I'd let you have it. In the halo of the street lights, stomach turning like a rerun. Lucky girl, he's so attentive. If only
안녕 나의 이름아 참 오랜만에 불러본다 Oh it's been a while since I let you define who I wanted to be who I wanted to be longing to be someone I dreamt to be for the rest of my days to live striving to be someone I meant to be from the first time I wanted to live lives and the pains make line who I would rather be
적셔